visuals on the team, we want to continue to grow. So we are stronger together when we fly together.
Flock up or flock off, not you. You stick around, because it's about to go down. You already know you're now flocking with the most energetic entity in the Eagleverse. Let's get into these flock pots and tell you what we got for these flock pots. What we got for these flock pots, you may ask. Before we get into that, though, we gotta get ready. We gotta do the nest keeping. You know what I'm saying? Appreciation goes out to all those out there in the flock. This guy's going off the top, crazy right away. But listen, man, I want to thank everyone out there for all the support, for all they do, for everything that everyone does out here in the flock, and how we getting down in here. Much appreciation goes out, and I'm gonna try and send that appreciation back. But you already know, please like and subscribe. If you about that fly, Eagles fly, drop a comment in the box. If you flying with the flock, let's fly. Do remember, join that maniac thing, know the gang, you hit that bell, you get a bing whenever I'm on this YouTube thing. And let's always remember to keep the main thing the main thing. I hope this video finds you in good vibes, good tides. If you're not there, I hope this helps you get there, because we about to go there. Oh yeah, what we got for these flock pots today. Listen, this is what we do around this time, about this time, at this time. Every day, at least every day that I'm popping out one of these videos. You already know. We're going to throw it on the table. No, we're going to throw it in our flock pots. Throw it on the table, chop it up, and then you consume it how you deem fit. Let's go for the flock pots today. We got, of course, you already know, we're stronger together when we fly together. It's a Thursday Hurts Day. We got a little bit of slaying Patricia, because that seems to be flying around the Eagleverse in these last few days. A little news in the Budda Baker Sweepstakes, you know? And some Nolan Smith watch. And we got some lists with no diss. Wow, it's crazy. Like, it's a good thing that's going on in the Eagleverse these days, man. I'm like how this is going down. You already know, though. I get a little bit, my feathers get a bit flustered. My feathers get a bit ruffled whenever things start to go good and people start to talk good about this. I don't know what it is, man. Maybe I'm a glutton for punishment, punishment, whatever. I don't know. It's just whenever people are talking crazy about us, that fuels this fire over here, just like what Jalen Hurts and the rest of the Eagles seem to be talking about. That seems to be the phrase that pays for this upcoming season. Fueling that fire. I gotta calm down, because we know we're there. We're not deep. Man, this is very early in the bowl season, and I'm just itching. Had to get in here for my therapy, because it's crazy. I need to get this. I shot a video the other day. I don't even want to get into it. Anyway, and then what else we got? We got a little bit of Giants suck, because we just got to throw that in there, because we men suck. They want to be us. They want to be us so bad, man. But we're the Kings of New York, you know? I mean, I was talking to somebody just before we get going, man. I was talking to somebody in one of these chats the other day, like, bro, can you believe we're playing 3 New York teams this season, and we're not stepping into New York once? It's crazy. I mean, you know, the Bills, like, they're the only real New York team. I don't even know why. All of these, I mean, we run New Jersey. I guess that's why. Because the Eagles run New Jersey. So they figured, even though their team plays in Jersey, they have 2 New Jersey teams. They're like, you know what, we're just gonna call these guys New York teams. They're New Jersey teams, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Let's get straight to it, man. Thursday Hurts Day. Let's give it up for our boy Hurts. And he got that bag this offseason, man. He got that bag, one of the biggest bag in NFL history at that time. At least as far as annual per value, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Per value, annual $51 million a year, bro. No one's getting that before Jalen Alexander the Great Hurts. So that got me to thinking, what do you do after you pay your quarterback all of this dough? Now Howie Potter busting the stupid, Howie busting the stupid dope moves, Howie Potter waving that magic wand. He can do no wrong with his right hand man. I forget his name right now at this time, but it's got people manipulating these numbers in such crazy ways that we just seem to do. It's like Jalen Hurts is getting paid. It's costing us less than about half the league. Half the league's quarterbacks right now, as far as it goes, as far as their signal call is getting paid goes. Howie Roseman, just ridiculous what he does, right? Yet and still, this money's going to hit somewhere down the line. It's backloaded, whatever the case may be. He got a lot in bonuses. I am not the capologist, the cap scientist, the cap visionary that you got guys out here, you know, like that Howie Roseman is, that Jimmy Smith on the road to victory. You know what I mean? These guys, K-City, like these guys just know these numbers. They can break it down. Not that guy. But I do know at some day, the piper has to get paid. So at that point, it would behoove an organization if you paid that quarterback to either go out there and get a running back that can catch or a wide receiver that can run or hell, we already got it. We already got it in-house right now as far as it goes, a quarterback that can run. But it's like, say, for instance, you get a new Ferrari. I'm always going at these Ferraris, right? I'm more of a Lambo guy myself, but you know what I mean? Got that parked in the garage. Don't want to get into that. You know what I mean? It's Eagle Green, right? Gotcha. We ain't going to get into that, right? I think that's some other personality talk. But anyway, boom. So you batting that around. You don't want to run this thing to the ground. I mean, maybe once in a while you want to let people know what you got. Hit the horses high, going 1,000, 2,000 horses, whatever it may be. You want to hit the road and let them know what you got, right? But not all the time. You keep that in the garage. You keep it cool. We want to keep Jalen. That's what we want to do with Jalen Hurts. We want to keep him in the pocket, keep him clean. We got the best offensive. We're going to get into that later. But you got to keep it clean. So it would behoove an organization. I see this is probably where the NFL is going. And this is just my idea, just the way I see it. You get a running back that can catch, i.e. a Christian McCaffrey, or perhaps a wide receiver that can run, i.e. a Deebo. God damn it, both of them dudes is Niners. They could be saving money all across the board, and they can't seem to get a damn quarterback, bro. They got running backs that can catch, wide receivers that can run, and quarterbacks that can't do nothing, can't stay in the games. It's crazy, right? I'd be upset if I was a Niners fan too. We have no quarterback. And it just happens magically. The other team doesn't do these things. Enough of the Niners, man. I'm going to stop messing with the 40-winers. But truthfully, at the end of the day, I can see this going down. And I do believe we may have that guy in the locker room already as far as a running back that can catch in the name of, in the visage of, in the face of a DeAndre Swift. This dude, I didn't look it up. Heard it through the eagle vine. Heard eagle wings flying around. People had to open my eagle eye and say, whoa, what's this over here? Oh, my eagle ear? Eagles don't have ears. Whatever. I listen, though. Got my ear to the beaks. You feel me? So check it out. You got a guy in DeAndre Swift who's caught in the last 3 years. I believe he has a 60 reception year, 50-plus reception year, 40-plus reception year. That's a lot of receptions for a running back. This dude could do it all. Quite possibly be a 3-down back. Now, we have a running back by committee over here, so it may not be the case, but you know what? We keep him cool. We keep him clean. See if he can make it through a whole season, right? And then we can ramp him up, him up, perhaps hopefully for the low. You say, what? By the end of next season, he'll be 25 years old. So you hit him up for, 5 years, $30 million, $6 million a year, give him about 20 guaranteed. I believe any running back in his right mind will go for that right now, unless, things change. Actually, things always have a way in the NFL of auto-correcting themselves, but if they don't, I think this is something we could look into going forward, just to help our guy, Jalen Alexander the Great Hurts, just to help our Eagles go forward, and be able to still build a dope team around Jalen Hurts going forward. Because on a Hurts Day Thursday, this is what we're talking about. This is what we want. We want to keep this guy clean. We want to keep him around for a long time, 10, 15, 20 years, because I don't know. But we gotta do the right things. It's just something that I see going forward that we can do to keep this cap the right way and keep weapons around Jalen Alexander the Great Hurts. Let's go on a Thursday Hurts Day. What else we got in these flock pots? Next up in the flock pots, I wanted to get into this a few days ago because I see it going around the Eagleverse. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's got their take on it. I brought my take on it a few weeks ago. And I'm kind of cooling off of that take. If you don't remember, I was of the mind state that, what are we doing here? Upsetting the apple cart, bringing in a Matt Patricia, when one of our 5 core values, one of the core values of our coach, Nick Sirianni, our leader, one of the most important of his core values, at least in my estimation, as far as I see it, is connectivity. And then you go and snatch up a dude and Matt Patricia, who's not very well connected with one of our captains in Darius Slay. This just seems crazy. And he said this last week, I believe he tweeted something other than the like of, what did he say? Darius Slay, Matt Patricia. He says that the reunion with former head coach Matt Patricia has been cordial, and they both got the same goal. It's another day at the office, Slay said via Pro Football Talk. We both got the same goal, just going out there to compete and win a championship. So that's the main focus. Sounds like a lot of what do they call that? Lip service, you know what I mean? He's saying the right things for the people. So at this point in the bowl season, we can only take our boy Darius Slay's words to be true. He's proven nothing to be nothing less than a consummate professional throughout his time in the league. He didn't flip out when Matt Patricia said what he said to him. And if you know, you know what he said to him. I know a lot of us out there, especially wouldn't be able to take that kindly or handle it the way he handled it. He stayed a professional. I believe he got traded perhaps a season after that happened. So he still came to the office every day, lunch bell in hand, did his job, did his work, and moved on eventually. But once he got here, he was able to spill the beans, let it be known what really went down, and it didn't really sit well with him. I believe when Matt Patricia got fired, he went on to say, you see what it was. So everyone said it was me, huh? So there was definitely some rough waters under the bridge. Hopefully all is mended by now. And I've come around 180 to the point that not full circle, because 360 would put me right back where I was at. But right now I'm looking at it like I can't see our organization when you got guys like Dom DeSandro, you got guys like Nick Sirianni, guys like Jalen Hurts, guys like Darius Slay. I can't see them bringing someone in that could be a malcontent or shake things up, or just upset the good vibes that we have going on in this locker room, going on with this organization right now. So much good to come, so many good stories, so much good going around this organization. So with that being said, at the very least, this guy, Matt Patricia, we went with the consultant that we had last year, the senior advisor, whatever you want to call it, and Vic Fangio has 0 wins against Andy Reid. And right now you could say that they are the top of that mountain. They are the dragon we're trying to slay. So, no pun intended. You see what I did there? No, I didn't even mean to do that. But they're the dragon that we're trying to slay. Matt Patricia, he's got a lot of experience in that. I believe in his career he might have 1 win against them. So, it's better than what we had last year. He knows how to beat Mahomes. He's a girth of football wisdom. He came from the coaching tree of perhaps the greatest defensive coach of all time. So if we could pick that dude's brain and it helps us get to where we're trying to get to, let's get there. I'm all here for it. I'm here for it. I'm in for it until, something goes wrong. Then, he goes off with his head. Walk the plank. Get him up out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Is what I would probably say if any of that was to come to Matt Patricia. Come to fruition. So that's where I'm at with that. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think, how you guys feel about this. As you can tell, it rubs me a little bit the wrong because I do see it. I do see it. I just said I saw it. And that's what I see in it. He's coming from Bill Belichick. He knows he's got a lot of knowledge. And Sean Desai, at this point, this being his first go-round, being the defensive coordinator, not necessarily. He did it partially for 1 year with the Chicago Bears, and he was up out of there the next. So, you got a guy that's done it before, did it for 6 years with the New England Patriots. I believe won a few championships. No, definitely won a few championships with the Patriots. We had to smack him up one time, though. You know what I mean? So get him up over here. Line him up. Let's shake things up a little bit because you know what happens after the Super Bowl. A lot of times guys get comfortable. They did it. They got to the top. It doesn't seem to be the case in this locker room because we got a leader in the name of Jalen Alexander the Great Hurts, who I just don't think will at any point ever let down or let up. But let's get something over there in that defensive locker room, too. Let's get these things going because we do know that's part of the reason. I believe Darius Slay turned down money elsewhere. Bradbury turned down money elsewhere. These guys on that defensive side of that locker room are hungry also. So just bring this guy in and maybe he could shake things a little bit, shake things up a little bit because, sometimes, like I said, after the Super Bowl, we've heard it all before, the Super Bowl hangover. Some people may think, oh, we did it, we got there. So, a lot of people may say that the defense is the reason that we didn't win that Super Bowl. Me being one of them, but I know it's a team game, and I know guys on the other side of that ball would say certain things was their fault also. We're not going to get into it right here. We're not going to talk about that game. But Matt Patricia, welcome. I know it's been weeks, months even since he's got a month, maybe a month. That's my take on it. And it seems to be, like I said, everyone's talking about, so I just want to get my 2 cents on it again. And next up, we're going to get into a little Budda Baker Sweepstakes. The Budda Baker Sweepstakes, they're saying over there in Arizona that linebacker Isaiah Simmons is moving from linebacker to DB. that says to me that the Budda Baker is all but up out of there. And I know a lot of people feel the same way already. I mean, you had guys like Philly 500 every day speaking on this, like he's big on Budda Baker. He wants him over here ASAP, like yesterday. All other guys too, you know, I'm hearing everybody speaking on this. Budda Baker to Philly. I believe there was even a list that said, you know, of top destinations for top free agents that Budda Baker best landing spot would be with the Philadelphia Football Eagles. I'm so for that. Albeit, I don't know, man. This dude Terrell Edmonds is growing on me, man. I like the way he talks. I like how he gets down, man. The rapping, you know, just good guy. I'm liking how he's taking it all in. He's loving being part of this. He was sick of being on the losing softball team last year, so he got to the winning softball team. He's trying to get to this winning football team. So I'm liking Terrell Edmonds, but you know, anything to make this team better, I can't help but sign up for that. Haven't even seen Terrell Edmonds play it down for our Eagles yet, and I'm already a fan of his. Not to Marie Blankenship, both these safeties. I mean, at the end of the day, you never know, man. We might have all we need in this locker room already, but Howie Roseman with the late and luxurious, like I always tell y'all, man, a lot of dudes do this fast and furious in the preseason. I mean, in the postseason, in the offseason. A lot of GMs do that fast and furious, just snatching things up. Sometimes you got to be patient and wait for those late and luxurious pickups. Howie Roseman did a bit of the fast and furious, but I mean, he was just taking what was handing him. Rashad Penny sitting right there, got to get him. Oh my God, look, DeAndre Swift, what are you kidding me? Got to snatch this guy up. So he did. He snatched him up. Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, Keely, all the draft. I mean, that's the draft, though. That doesn't really count as far as fast and furious. It's the draft. We're getting the best available. What's out there? Howie Roseman is starting to get that. Grab the best available thing out there, and he's been doing a phenomenal job. I can't wait to see. You know what? Let's let the season play out. This both season stuff kind of gets my brain in the fog sometimes, but you know, we're gonna traverse this terrain and try and keep it smooth. I hope. But Budda Baker, man, that's what's going on in the Budda Baker Sweepstakes. They moved him. They moved Isaiah Simmons over to the DBs. I mean, he's a Swiss Army knife, dude. Since when he came out, man, like that dude, like I mean, the Cardinals, they were drafting some dope defenders over there, dude. We talking to Budda Bakers, the Isaiah Simmons, Hassan Reddick's, like they should. And they're jacked up over there, and a lot of people trying to get up out of there from. I mean, that's probably what got DeAndre Hopkins up out of there when he said, you know, he wants to play for an organization with some stability. They were like, wait, what about us? You playing for us? It's not stable in there, man. So a lot of people want to get up out of there, man. If we can snatch up Budda Baker, I'm all for it. And next up, we got a little bit of Nolan Smith watch. Nolan Smith was spotted up at what's this called? The Pass Rushing Summit. SAC camp, if you will. Those like Micah Parsons, Von Miller. I said Micah Parsons. Sorry, Von Miller. It's Von Miller's camp. You know, a lot of dudes go to this camp, and you know, a lot of people are saying. I heard Thomas Mott earlier talking about, like, you know, just because he goes there doesn't necessarily mean he's gonna blow up and have sacks. I beg to differ, my friend, because I look at the world through eagle-colored glasses. This means Nolan Smith is gonna be the next Von Miller, Hassan Reddick. Micah Parsons is too young for me to be saying for him to be the next Sim. He's like right next to him. Like, what are we really talking about? But I mean, Micah Parsons has coming here. He has, I can't lie, you know, set the NFL on fire. He wants to be over here anyway, you know what I mean? He's just a defender on the good side of the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I mean? Like, really, when you look at it at the end of the day, I mean, there's two teams over there. He even said it himself. He said, yo, you saw us. We did work. I don't know about those guys. And there's nothing that you would see happen over here with our fucking Eagles. Like, is you kidding me? You know what? We're going to wait for the listens and this. We're going to save that for last. We're going to switch up and go to the New York Giants suck. We're going to get into that right now. Because you see how it is, like that comes out. A guy like Micah Parsons, he's talking about the other side of the locker room. Straight up. You hear that? That's not coming from us. You hear guys like Jalen Hurts. He's mad at himself. Devontae Smith. Well, I wouldn't really say that he's mad at Jalen, but he said, you know, that was the offensive side of the ball that committed that error in that game, and they feel the offensive side feels like it's their fault. Then you got guys like Bradbury saying, like, listen, while I wish that call wasn't made, at the end of the day, if I'm on a defense that gave up 28 points, I don't feel like we deserve to win. And that's what you call accountability. No, that's what you call a team. You know what I'm saying? And that's what these other guys have. So that's the Cowboy side of it. Then you got what's going on in New York right now with Saquon. Like, dude, you would never see this coming out. You got guys in the organization leaking out what But the reason is why he's not in camp. If this was us, everything would be in-house. Nothing's out there. You never know how we're moving. Everything's smooth and get the flock out of here. What is you doing? We got, I mean, just when you think about it, like, let's just think about it in terms of acquisitions that we had. The last two, see Bradbury snatched up, boom. No one knew we was going that route. Oh, I heard someone talking about it earlier. Jay Ajayi, when we snatched up Jay Ajayi, none of us saw that coming. Led us to a Super Bowl. Just now, what? Chauncey Gardner, CJ GJ. No one saw that coming a mile away. I believe that was after Bradbury. Like, dude, it was just stacking up. And I mean, just for that simple reason, man, the New York Giants suck. And they're going to keep sucking till they get whatever's going on up in that organization right. And I mean, you know what? I'm mad that I'm even voicing this because you know what? I kind of want them to stay right where they're at, mediocre, because they rose up. They rose up from the dumps. They rose up. I mean, where were they? You couldn't even say they were underneath the dirt. Like they were out space cadets. They were out of this. They were out of this earth. They were out of this world. Like they were down bad. And I want to keep them there, but now they've risen up to mediocrity, and I'm kind of mad, like, because I mean, no. I was gonna say I'm kind of happy for some of my friends. You know, they get to watch some good football again, but nah, fuck them, bro. Like. Fuck out of here. I don't get, yo, bro. They can suck forever. I will relish in every loss they have. Oh, man. I mean, you always want your friends. You know, my friends will find other ways to be happy, though. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be through the Giants. You know, get the fuck out of here. Who gives a damn? But yeah, man, as long as they keep going that route, it's not going to work out. And that's just where I see it. And that's why I feel the Giants suck. And I just had to get that off my nest, get that off my chest, because it just feels so good. We're in the bowl season right now. This is what we do. We're going to boast. My team's better than yours, period. Full stop. Bang. So then we got the last thing that I want to get into today. Another list, another diss is usually how it goes down. But we got a bunch of lists and no disses. Like, what's going on? I'm loving what's going on. Oh, you know what? I kind of have mixed feelings about this. I love to see it like, oh, give us the respect we deserve because, you know, I'm going to go black out on this thing if they don't. So that's what I do. So, you know, it's kind of not giving me anything when it's not fueling my fire. But you know what? It's fueling my happiness. It's just good to see. It's good to see you guys get the respect they deserve. So, 2 lists. I actually had 3 lists. Third one, though. Just came out just heard about it a few minutes ago. I didn't really want to give this guy any credit because he's a bum. But anyway, so we've got these 2 lists. One list was young defenders, something about young defenders having breakout seasons. And we had 2 guys on that list. That was, I believe, a Bleacher Report list. 2 guys on that list, Reed Blankenship and, who was it? Reed Blankenship. And of course, N'Kobe Dean, what I'm talking about. I saw your boy, who was it? I believe Philly Michael Noah Brunson got into it a little bit earlier about these lists. So, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to give my 2 cents on it, stick my beak in there, open my eagle eye, and drop it down real quick. Dude, N'Kobe Dean being on this list. I mean, like, when you look at this list, it's like a who's who of the top up-and-comers in the league right now. For them to put dudes like Reed Blankenship, who played all of what? I mean, he played a few games. And I mean, right off the bat, he's intercepting Aaron Rodgers, bro. Like, is you kidding me? It's stupid. And then they get your boy, N'Kobe Dean, got some playing time. I forget which game it was in, but he was a sack machine immediately. Not to mention, he's going to be rocking that green dot this season for the Eagles, at least so far in the OTAs. And then upcoming is the training camp. And hopefully it traverses in and it just goes even further and brings it on to the regular season. I mean, being the fact that they're giving him that dot already says a lot because this is the guy basically relaying the plays to the entire defense. Second-year dude who played very limited snaps last season. I'm snapping over here if you can't tell. So just talking about my Eagles gets me so excited. I don't know if y'all can tell that, if that's portrayed through this screen, through these, I don't know. But it doesn't matter because I'm hyped. Just at the prospect of Reed Blankenship. Not even the prospect, the fact that Reed Blankenship and N'Kobe Dean, they have them on this list right here. I mean, it's Bleacher Report, just another list out there amongst many lists out there in the world. But right now, being that it's on this one, Bleacher Report has the dopest list out. To mention, we have another list from Pro Football Focus that has our Philadelphia Eagle offensive line #1 in the league. And I mean, I'm hyped over that. And it's like, what else do you say about that? I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's not something that we didn't know. I mean, we have seen other lists with other teams. I've seen lists where we've been as low as 3, you know, and that kind of upsets me. But I mean, it's just different people's criteria and what their takes and what they deem as being a top offensive line in the league. And I mean, you look at this line, The one thing that you could possibly poke a hole at is right tackle right now. Right tackle who we're going to have over there, possibly a rookie, perhaps maybe some vet that we pick up. I don't know. I forgot. We got a guy in there right now, a vet. But, right now we're looking at guys like, we got the guys like Suapeta, Jack Driscoll. Then you've got the Cam Jurgens and Tyler Steen, right? Who's it going to be? And I heard someone say earlier, damn it, I'm so mad. I'm so mad that I'm forgetting who said it. Oh, this is Lord LB. Dude, you take freaking, who's your boy? You got your boy, Jace paved the lane, and Lane Johnson, and Jason Kelsey, Mrs. Mama Suit. You know what I'm saying? Mama's Day Parade, Mr. Speech, the speech. Like that should be, like that should be the title of that. It probably already is. I'm acting like I'm coming up with something like, that's the speech. Like, the speech of all speeches. Like, dude, crushed it. Anyway, back to the point. Boom. You place anybody in the middle of those two dudes. He said you could throw him in the middle of those two dudes and we still have a top 5 offensive line, right? I mean, like, damn, I'm putting on a little bit of weight. Yo, man, the Eagle Maniac is going to have to, like, I got it. We're not even, dude, nope, we're not even going to get into that. It's personal. You don't have to be that personal, Jake. Listen, boom. We got that. This is what's going down. And I'm just thinking, with this offensive line and all the weapons we have, I just can't wait for this season to start. It feels close, but it's so far. Like these last few days, just like at the end of OTAs, we've only been out of OTAs 3-4 days. We had a whole softball game, and I mean it's already feeling brutal. Like the Philadelphia Eagles football deprivation is kicking in. I know, like, because you have so many things. You got the draft. Oh. It's just rough. And the last list, I mean, we are the epitome of this. We already know this. Chris Sims came out with another list from Chris Sims, right? Like how are we giving this guy so much space? So he finally gave us credit though. Said we're the rowdiest fans out there, and you know what? I'm all here for the picture of it. I feel, and I know we probably all feel the same way, man. You pull up a picture in the dictionary of a Philadelphia Eagle fan, I would be there. And I'm pretty sure you all feel the same because it's just something about this. It's just a sea of rabid, football-hungry, crazy fans out here. We all love this team so much. And I almost, you heard me, I said almost feel crazy saying that I'm the big, but this is how I know this is how we all feel. But then, he has to come around and just, Something popped up in my Eagle vision, in my Eagle eye today. Yes, we are the illest, craziest, rowdiest fan base out there, right? But it's like, so when I first pulled this up, I'm saying I'm ready to hop on here for my therapy session, like, oh yeah, man, let's go. Who's this list by? And boom, it pops up, it's Chris Sims. God damn. So it took a little bit of the luster away from having such high praise from whoever the flock it may be, right? Because I'm with that rowdy. You feel me? I'm about to ride. But then it's Chris Sims. So then boom, next to that, another article comes up, says, Hurts can tell Sims to kiss his flock and you know what, right? I'm like, oh, who's this? Boom. Once I thought it was going to get into reasons why Jalen Hurts could, we all know the reasons why, basically Chris Sims is late to the party, right? But then it went on to say something about, Chris Sims conceding that, I figure Jalen Hurts can now tell me to eat his flock and kiss his flock and really, bro, do you think the audacity of you to think that you're even this is me, I'm a fan, I'm crazy, I'm out of my mind, anything that's Eagles out there, I'm trying to consume and anything Eagles, bro. I'm about that. This man is all about becoming the best quarterback. I don't even think in Eagles. I'm thinking in history of the damn game. This is his focus. He wants to be at the top of the top. His focus is on something complete. So, but you know what? I'm bugging. You know what? Let me take a step back and mirror. Hello, Eagle Maniac. Nice to meet you. Because I definitely do be on here talking crazy like these guys is out here listening to what I'm saying, right? But just the fact, it's just sounding crazy coming from him, when he sees this. I hope he sees this and says, yeah, in your face, Sims. I'm number 7. You had me at 25. And before that, not even on the list. Who gives it? You're flocking wrong all of the time. So for you You get a PC, you're sorry. Now get the fuck out of here before everyone else. Y'all know how I like to do about this time at this time around this time. To the next time, make it your best time. In the meantime, keep it a green time. You already know. Let's go, y'all. But before I go, you know what we got? We got questions. What are you gonna do when Eagle Mania swoops down and runs wild on you? Play my music, Kingston. EAGLES, Eagles. Oh yeah, happy Father's Day for all those fucking fathers out there. My father fuckers, my mama fuckers, and all that. You know what? Because I might be out of here for this week because gotta celebrate Mrs. Maniac too. Can never celebrate Father's Day, you know what I'm saying? Because Mrs. Maniac is right there. You know, can I get it? Can I get a day? I'm just joking. You know, I love you, Mrs. Maniac. Can I get an EAGLES? Hey, we got one, y'all. I'm out of here. Get the fuck out of here.